Hi everyone, Chengir here, and today we're gonna talk about phone interviews, right? This is the part that talent acquisition team does. That's my part. I'm sitting on the phone talking with candidates. I'm the first one to meet them, and what to expect, how to prepare for the phone interview, right? So the first part, expect 5 questions, right? Number 1, tell me what you know already about the company. Right? We want to know, have you done your research? Do you understand what the company does? What's the mission? What's the vision? What's the values? Right? Maybe you've learned something about culture already. What do you know about the product if it's a product company, right? And because we want people to join here and have the reasons, right? So that they are motivated with something beyond monetary compensation, right? Also, this is how top performers look for jobs. They don't look for jobs, they look for career moves, right? And in order to make a strategic career move, you need to have information. If you don't have information about the company, then you're not being strategic, your decision is not informed, right? So what do you know about the company? Why would you like to join? Number 2, right? The tell me about yourself question. It can be tell me about yourself, or it can be reformulated as tell me about your career progression. Tell me about your journey, right? What brought you here today, or something like this, right? Exercise storytelling. Make sure you're telling your story, how you've progressed organically from the very beginning, how you got passion about whatever you're doing right now, how you've progressed, what kind of skills you have picked up, what kind of experiences did you have, what were your successes, are you aware of what were the reasons behind your successes, what kind of failures you had, and what kind of lessons you have extracted. Right? We all want to hear about it, but make sure that you align it with the job, right? Now, next one, current, now, right? Now, what's going on right now in your world? That's what we want to know. What's the current situation? Because in order for us to build a vision and help you to build that vision of the desired situation, desired scenario within our company, we need to understand where you're now, what are you doing now? And again, this is where you organically connected to the opportunity at hand, right? So be able to articulate what are you doing right now and how the next move is an organic progression from your current situation. Number 4 is, of course, related to that. Why are you looking for a change? What are the reasons? There are ultimately only 2 types of motivations, right? You either go away from or you go towards to, right? So it can be a combination of both, of course, right? But you need to be able to articulate what would you love to leave behind, and what are you going towards, right? And that's question number 5. What's important to you? What are you looking for in your next role? What are you looking for in your next opportunity, right? Again, top performers, A players, they understand what's their next career move gonna look like, where they want to stretch career-wise, right? Career move, career stretch. And that's, again, kind of in addition to people say like, hey, I cannot do 100% of a job. No one can do 100% of a job, because otherwise, why would you join, right? You need to choose your next move so that it stretches you, right, in certain dimensions. So that's the first part. Expect these 5 questions, and I hope it helps you. Now, moving on to the second part, right? Role-specific questions. This is on you. 3 things here. Number 1, first of all, study the job description, right? Each bullet is potentially going to be translated into question, right? You need to understand what it is. Number 2 is build your map, right? Google questions, understand what's going to be asked, and script, right? Write your scripts and memorize what you're going to say. People say like, be spontaneous, be natural on the interview. The only way to be spontaneous or natural on the interview is to know your stuff, right? And another way to build your map, again, is to interview yourself. Interview many professionals in your field, your peers, and ask them what were their interview experiences like, what were they looking for, right? And ask yourself, of course, this question, right? What does it take to be a top performer in this role? Because this is the perception that you're engineering. This is what you're projecting, right? I'm a top performer, and I understand what top performance look like, because top performers know what top performance look like in the role. Last part is, do you have any questions for me, right? This is something we're gonna ask, right? And this is your place to shine, because again, top performers, then A players, they do their research, right? But they also want to understand from us what it's like to be, from the insiders, what it's like to be inside the company, right? And all this information. I'm probably gonna shoot another video about all the questions that you can ask a talent partner or a hiring manager, right? But some of the examples could be, why are you there? Like, what keeps you there? And how the perception changed from when you were a candidate to the time when you joined now and you have experience with the company. Where do you see company going, right? Strategically, do they have a strategic plan for the next 3-5 years, right? Do they have the ingredients of to become that successful company that they aspire to be? Don't be afraid and don't hesitate to ask hard and comfortable questions. Something like, tell me about the person who failed in the company last time. How did they deal with the failure, right? Was the person punished? Is that a culture of punishment? Was there blame, right? So the cultures where blame allocation is needed, that's already an unhealthy culture, right? So how do you give feedback? How people deal with feedback? And it's very related to leadership as well, right? The leadership, do they know what they're doing? How do they treat people? Are they accessible, right? Can you have a conversation with them? So that's already a long video. I'm gonna probably shoot another one on different questions, right? But these 3 parts, this is something you can expect. Hope it helps you prepare for the next one well. Good luck.